Let me talk a little bit about core concepts. Core concepts, data to discovery. Every campus has great data. We've seen that over and over and over again. No matter where we go, everybody has great data. Oftentimes, though, they're not analyzing the trends in an effective way. They're not understanding how they compare to other institutions, and therefore, they're missing out on where are the opportunities for improvement. And so, therefore, our hope is that we facilitate a discovery process to get them there. Second concept, you need effective processes to drive change. We all know that we can learn from historical success, we can learn from best practices, and we can learn from other campuses and what people are doing, and we can bring those things together to actually affect a change. So our goal is not to be technical experts. Our goal is to facilitate that change across our membership of 290 institutions. If there's a problem, somebody in our group has probably solved it or addressed it somewhere along the way. So just ask us, and we try to help facilitate that. One great example of a wonderful process that we've advocated and helped is just this: mine your work order database. By mining your work order database and finding the problems, you can pick better projects that can actually eliminate daily service backlogs, that can reduce your hours of service, and can improve the quality of service to your customers. So fundamentally, we think that that one process starts a recycling of savings that actually improves services for the same amount of resources. It's just one kind of example. Third, shift happens, all right? Concepts change, and good intended policies oftentimes have unintended results. And I tend to travel a lot, but I saw this, and HSBC Bank is a bank in New York City, and they have these ads all over JFK Terminal. But it's a great way of talking about shift changing. You have 3 cars here. One person sees it as freedom, the next person sees it as status symbol, and the next person sees it as a polluter. You know, if you don't have a consistent policy, a consistent incentives, and a way to measure it and assure that people are marching in the same direction, things drift aside. We see it over and over. We see it we work with a lot of systems, so that the systems office, they're defining a policy. The presidents on each campus see that policy a little bit different, and the facility folks on every campus sees it a lot different. So how do you get those alignment back in place and prevent that shift from happening unintended? That comes out to what I think is a formula for transformational change. You have to have targeted actions. We call it actionable insight, actually, and so it works. But just because you can point and say what you have to fix or improve doesn't mean that change will happen unless you have good processes complemented by a change in policy. If you don't have the right policy incentives, you're not going to accomplish that kind of change that you're desired. So ultimately, those 3 issues have to be working together and in alignment to drive to where you want to go to the future.